Okay, so I was checking the NBA schedule today, and I seen that Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokić would be going to battle in Denver. Dallas were taking on Denver, and I thought to myself, what would a team of Nikola Jokić and Luka Doncic be able to do in a 4-year span? So today what we're going to do is we're going to chuck Luka and Nikola Jokić on the same team. Sit back, relax. If you guys want to see more scenarios, all you need to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the video. What would happen if Nikola Jokić joined Luka in Dallas? How many NBA championships could they win? We'll find out in today's video. Okay, so let's do this. This is arguably probably the best duo that we'd actually see in the league at the moment if Luka and Jokić actually teamed up. Now, I think I did this a few years ago before Jokić won a few MVPs. Now, I have seen a lot of comments that people have actually put out that they'd love to see Luka and Jokić join up. This is a new series we're going to be doing on the channel. We're going to be doing some scenarios, so we are going back to MyNBA Eras. This is the modern era, so I think we've done the Kobe era, we've done the Jordan era, and today we're going to do the modern era. We're going to put Luka and Jokić on the same team. So I'll be doing like a trade, you guys. It's going to be a proper trade. I'm not just going to allow the Dallas Mavericks just to load up on talent. They're going to have to make a trade for Jokić. I am going to put Jokić on the Mavs, so it's going to be really interesting to see how many championships Luka and Jokić can win over a span of time. Maybe we'll jump in, play a little bit with Luka and Jokić. That should be a lot of fun to see these two roll in. But without further ado, let's do it. We've got the modern era, Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokić. Now, let me know in the comment section down below other scenarios you want to see me do. We actually have done a few MyNBA scenario videos before, so if you guys are interested and want to see more, all you need to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get on board. But let's do it. I do have a few more scenarios I'd love to see. I mean, Zion Williamson and Ja would be very, very interesting. But let's do it. Okay, so Nikola Jokić has been added to the Dallas Mavericks lineup. Now, I've actually had to clear a little bit of cap space. So Spencer Dinwiddie was traded. We also traded away Dorian Finney-Smith in a deal. It was actually worth a lot of first-round draft picks. But Luka and Nikola Jokić have been formed. They're being combined. Now, I will not be controlling the Dallas Mavericks. All we're going to be doing is basically just seeing how these two go together, how many championships they can win together. If we go here and have a look at the power rankings now that they've actually picked up Nikola Jokić, and they've still got the Dallas Mavericks at 11, so that definitely is interesting. NBA.com has the Mavericks at 15. Now, this is a team with Nikola Jokić. How's the coaching game plan suiting up? So, I mean, if we just have CP rebuild, there we go. So, Nikola Jokić is now the starting center with Jeff Green, Reggie Bullock, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Luka Doncic. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really excited to see how these two are going to fare. Maybe we'll play that first game and see how they really rock together. I do need to change some settings just so it is basically the GM controlling this Dallas Mavericks duo of Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokić. First game feels Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokić. Look at the big duo that have arrived. How many championships could this duo actually win if they teamed up? Now, have a look at this. The first game of the evening, the first game of the season is against the Phoenix Suns. Of course, this game is against the Phoenix Suns. So we've got Nikola Jokić and Luka. Man, it actually is quite weird seeing Dallas Mavericks jersey. But here we go, our first look at the duo. And have a look at this open shot from Luka for 3. I told you. Let's have a look at this. Let's run that replay back. Man, oh man, the duo between Luka and Jokić. Now, we already know that Luka absolutely owns the Phoenix Suns. My goodness, for 3. It would be really interesting to see these two line up. Now, me personally, I believe that this is a duo that definitely could go to the NBA championship. I feel like they definitely would be a team to be reckoned with. CP3 going inside. Get that weak stuff out. Jokić with the block. I mean, look at Luka on the floor. I was about to say Yuka. Gives it over to Jokić. Jokić, too big for Crowder. Too big for Jay Crowder. Nikola Jokić getting involved. I'm actually really excited to see where this simulation goes. My goodness. Have a look at the big yoke. My goodness. You know what? Seeing Luka with another skilled big like Christian Wood has really shown. I mean, He had Kristaps Porzingis. Now, Porzingis is Devin Booker, misses the 3 here. Kristaps Porzingis definitely is a center who, I mean, I just feel like did not fit with Luka. He definitely needs the ball in his hands quite a lot as Luka hits another, I was about to say hits another 3 as this is a very deadly team. As Luka comes up with a steal, I told you guys, look how dangerous this duo is. Look at Luka. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is happening here? Oh my goodness. As we're gonna, let's commit a, can we just commit a foul here and get a timeout? Can we get a timeout? Now, All-Star break has came for our first year, and Luka and Nikola Jokić are both All-Stars. So that's no real surprises there. I'm definitely thinking that Luka and the Joker's All-Star repertoire is just going to keep growing. We are almost at the All-Star break, as you guys can see just here. I do want to go through and just see how we're going. So at the All-Star break, let's get through to the All-Star break. I've got all my trades basically on the team decides who they draft, who they trade. So it's all on the team. It's all up to them. This team's rolling in year 1. So this is only year 1 of the 2 MVPs joining. If we go to the NBA standings, what we're going to do now, the Dallas Mavericks are 44-16. On their tailcoat are the Golden State Warriors. Now, the Golden State Warriors are still Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, and Kevon Looney. And I mean, we're looking pretty good so far. You've got Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green. Now, Nikola Jokić is injured at the moment, but he is okay. He's only going to miss a little bit. He's an all-star. We're going to go through and have a look at the stats and have a look at the league leaders. Now, Luka does have a broken nose at the moment, but he is bowling 33 a night. Jason Tatum on his tailcoat, 33, 11, and 11 for Luka Doncic. We go down here to Nikola Jokić. He's averaging 25, 10, and 9. So both of them are basically averaging a triple-double, which is just absolutely crazy. They hold the first seed out in the Western Conference, and they're absolutely rolling at the All-Star break. So 44-16. We'll see how the two are faring in the award races. So you got Luka and Nikola Jokić both in the running for most valuable player, which is pretty crazy. You got Christian Wood, 6th man of the year, so he's been balling for us off the bench for Luka and Nikola Jokić, which is very, very interesting. But look at this. Both candidates, Nikola Jokić and Luka Doncic. Let's get to the end of the season. End of year 1, and Luka is the most valuable player, so I'm actually really interested to see how many MVPs Luka can actually win. Paolo was the Rookie of the Year. Kevin Love was 6th man of the year. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Cade Cunningham. Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat. Now, Luka is first All-NBA. You got Nikola Jokić, All-NBA second team. So Jokić and Luka having absolute outstanding seasons. All-NBA defensive team, Luka. What? What did he average? He didn't even... Oh, he averaged around maybe 2 steals a night. But, I mean, not even a block a game. Wow. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Let's get to the playoffs. So, where did the Dallas Mavericks finish? So, second. So, the Golden State Warriors ended up stealing the first seed. The Dallas Mavericks 58-24 in their first year together. Luka won an MVP, and they basically, I mean, Luka averaged a triple-double, but, I mean, Jokić wasn't far behind. He basically averaged a triple-double as well. 26 a night, 10 rebounds, and, 11 rebounds and 10 assists. Look at their contracts. $215 million, $303 million. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get the playoffs simulated. So simulate the play-in. Simulate the first round. So the Mavs have, oh, they've got D-Book. So Devin Doncic, Luka's son. Let's simulate this round. Let's see who gets through. And it is the Dallas Mavericks. So they got a chance to win a championship in their first year. And they get through. So to the Western Conference Finals, they take on... Wow, look at Indiana. Who's on this Indiana team? Buddy Hield. Oh, Benedict has been balling. Jalen Smith has been good. Miles Turner's been very, very good as well. And, Tyrese Halliburton. What's he averaging? 21, 14 assists. My goodness, that man is having a year. So, going up against Ja and the Grizzlies. They got a pretty good lineup as well. We'll simulate the round. And it is... the Mavs and Luka to the Western Conference Finals, through to the finals against the Pacers. And let's simulate through game 1. And it's the Mavs. Game 2 is the Mavs. Game 3 is the Mavs. So in their first year. My goodness. Could it be the Dallas Mavericks? So I said before, how many championship is this team going to win? And they're absolutely rolling at the moment. My word. Oh, this is close. This is really, really close. This is going to go right. Oh, no, Dallas. Dallas are going to sweep Indiana, I think. Oh my goodness. I think they're going to sweep him. Okay, so it's looking like Luka and Nikola Jokić are going to win their first NBA championship. So Luka was All-NBA first team, All-NBA defensive team, MVP, Finals MVP. It's going to be looking likely. And they sweep Indiana. So Indiana make the NBA Finals. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So Jokić wins his first NBA championship to go along with 2 MVPs. Luka has already won his first MVP. Now he's an NBA champion. So year 1, Dallas win the NBA championship. I said maybe, I think did I say I thought they were going to win maybe like 3 or 4 NBA championships. But the Dallas Mavericks are the NBA championships against their former coach, Rick Carlisle. Now, Rick Carlisle did win an NBA championship with the Dallas Mavericks. This was the celebration. I'm interested to see who wins Finals MVP. Does Luka do it all? Win Finals MVP, MVP. Jason Kidd, another NBA championship. He won one with Dallas. And let's have a look. I mean, this is, when you think about it, Nikola Jokić and Luka could definitely win, I'd say, like 3 or 4 NBA championships. So let's have a look and let's see. So the NBA championship, first year of the simulation. This is the first year. Are you kidding me? Goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Kidd absolutely loves it. Holding the NBA championship. And Luka is the Finals MVP. No real surprises there. Luka, Finals MVP. He wins MVP and Finals MVP. Man is on an absolute mission. So Luka was the MVP of the Finals. He averaged 32 points a night, a triple-double. This man is a walking triple-double, and they sweep the Pacers. Actually interested to see who gets Victor. I mean, I really like doing these simulations because you actually can see who can win Victor. Orlando have the first odds to get Victor, and it's the Jazz. The Utah Jazz, they've been balling in the NBA this season. They get the first pick. So obviously, I mean, obviously they're going to take Victor. There's no real questions about that. Scoot Henderson will go to the Wizards, I'm suggesting. Let's have a look. So with the first pick, Victor, yeah. So Victor went to the Utah Jazz. Okay, interesting. Let's get into year 2. What? Yeah. What are you having? I'll just have like a little bowl. Alright, so year number 2. Let's have a look at the roster and some moves they've actually went and made. So they've gone and got Seth Curry. That's definitely interesting. Tim Hardaway Jr. is here. Miles Plumlee, Mason Plumlee, Reggie Jackson. They've actually, I mean, they've beefed up the roster. Daryl Ingles, they've definitely beefed up the roster. I mean, I think they lost Christian Wood, Nikola Jokić. Now, have a look at this. Luka Doncic. Have a look at, now put an NBA champion on his resume. If we can go through MVP, NBA champion, All-Star, Rookie of the Year, first All-NBA defense, first All-NBA team. I think he's made All-NBA every single year he's been in the league. Nikola Jokić is also a NBA champion. Okay, we'll get to All-Star break. Year number 2, and we'll have a look and see how well this Dallas Mavericks team is faring in year 2 of the simulation. For a consecutive year, this man's MVP. Wow, oh wow. 2 MVPs for Luka. Victor is the Rookie of the Year, 19-9. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Darius Garland, the Most Improved Man. Garland, 27-12. This man absolutely balling. Jason Kidd was the Coach of the Year. Nikola Jokić makes the first All-NBA team, as well as Luka. All-NBA second team. And defensive team. What is Luka doing? I mean, he's actually averaging 1 block a game. Turnovers a game. I mean, wow. I don't know what Luka's doing, but he is an All-NBA first defensive player. All right, see him at the plane. So we got the first seed. Well, Luka and Nikola Jokić end up getting the first seed. So they were sitting 3rd at the All-Star break. They go all the way to 57-25. How did they go, like, stat-wise, these two? So we go to the points. 37 a night, 38 a night for Luka. That is crazy. He averaged triple-double yet again. Nikola Jokić, 28. So let's see if they can repeat. So they get through the Rockets. They take on the young OKC. They get through OKC. They take on the Pels. Now, this Pelicans team is always tough on this game. CJ McCollum, Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jonas. All right, let's simulate the round. Do they get through them? They do! Oh, I think I went to 7. And Luka is going back to the NBA Finals to take on James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay. Simulate game 1 to the Mavs. Game 2 to the Mavs. Game 3 to the Mavs. And it's a sweep. Another NBA championship for this Dallas Mavericks team. So, NBA 2K is basically showing that if you team these two up together, they're going to win NBA champions. We're going to do one more season. We'll see if they can three-peat. All right, year 3. NBA champions in the previous year. My goodness. NBA history. Look at Luka. So he's look at the last 4 MVPs. They are teammates. Nikola Jokić, 2020, 21, 22. Nikola Jokić, Luka Doncic, and Luka Doncic. My goodness. I actually should have looked at the NBA champions. That's what I should have done. Rookie of the year, Victor. These are season awards plus champion. So Luka's won the last 2 championships. All right, we're going to simulate to the end of the season. We're going to do a quick sim. We'll get to the end of the regular season. They're going to be all-stars and whatnot. We'll see if Luka and Nikola Jokić can win enough. Actually, before we do that, who's actually on this roster now? So, Finney Smith is back on the roster. He found his way. He went from Denver to Dallas. Larry Nance Jr. is on the roster. I mean, this is still a pretty good roster. I mean, I don't know if it's an NBA championship caliber roster, but I mean, we'll find out. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. For a 3rd year in a row, Luka is MVP, man. You can't make this up. We go through here, a couple of players. Look at the defensive player of the year. Look at Victor, 25 and 11. My man is absolutely rolling. Luka and Jokić yet again are the All-NBA teams. And Luka, oh, he's not on. Oh, he didn't make the All-NBA defensive team. I was going to be like, man, there's no way this man is making it 3 years in a row. I'll simulate the play-in. And, oh, okay. This is interesting now. So, Luka won the MVP. And look at Utah Jazz. D'Lo, George, Marketing, Saric, and Victor. They're their 1st seed. You got the Dallas Mavericks. Anyone on the Pelicans? Anyone new? Cole Anthony. So they went out and got Cole Anthony, which is really interesting. Dallas is still running that Luka, Seth Curry, Josh Green, Finney Smith, and Nikola Jokić. Okay, that's still very, very interesting. Who's on the Golden State Warriors? They're the 15th seed. Wow, they really give them the 15th seed with that roster? That's very interesting. Even the Clippers and Phoenix. Wow. Okay, that's a bit of a shock. All right, simulate the first round. And Dallas get through Memphis. So, do Memphis still have that same core? Ja Morant, no, it's strange. I mean, they basically still have the same core. They're taking on the Pels for another NBA championship. They get through. And now they're taking on the impressive and young OKC. So, OKC with so much potential. Luka's going to another NBA championship. This time against the Cavs. My goodness. You can't make this up. But the Cavs outlast the Mavs. So maybe, just maybe, Garland wins. This is the end of the Dallas Mavericks run. I mean, Luka and Jokić won 2 NBA championships. You know what? We're going to do one more simulation. And we're going to see if Dallas can get back to the NBA championship and win 3 out of 4. All right, final year. Final year in the simulation. They've won 2 out of the 3 NBA championships. Luka is now 26 and Jokić is 30. So, I mean, they've still got a lot to go on their contracts. I'm really interested to see how they actually go. Now, look at all the awards. So, Luka's actually, he's got. I mean, you go here, Jokić as well, NBA champion. All right, final year. We'll get to the end of the year. We'll see if Luka can win his 4th MVP in a row. This man is just running the league. So, the final year, LaMelo Ball is the MVP. So, he takes it off Luka finally, 29 and 11. Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year, defensive player of the year. How many defensive player of the years does this guy want? My God, he's got, what, 4 of them? Wow, oh wow, Wagner, okay, interesting. Luka, All-NBA 1st team. Ja Morant, All-NBA 2nd. So LaMelo didn't even, wait, what did LaMelo? LaMelo All-NBA 2nd team and he's MVP. Are you kidding me? How does that even work? Who is Matisa Basilas? Chicago, 1st All-NBA team. Is this his 1st year in the league? Nah, Rookie of the Year, man, this guy is an absolute beast. Okay, all right. Nikola Jokić, All-NBA 2nd team. So, I mean, their stats are just not wavering, these two. I mean, I reckon I could just sit here and just keep simming. We'll simulate the play-in and have a look at the standings. I mean, they are dropping a little bit. If we go have a look at the NBA standings, they are 51 and 31. The Utah Jazz, my word, they're absolutely balling. Colin Sexton, George, Brandon Ingram, Davion Mitchell, Zubac, and Victor. Before we do that, I do need to have a look and just see, before we get rid of this. We're taking OKC now. OKC, we beat them last year, and we are eliminated. So the run has ended. Man, who's on the Lakers? I mean, Kyrie Irving made his way to the Lakers. He's got Chris Middleton, Anthony Davis. Oh, wow. So LeBron James must have retired, but that's okay. So who won the NBA championship? Did Cleveland go back-to-back? It was OKC, I believe. No, they're the Western Conference, and it was OKC. So Shai wins MVP. He wins the Finals MVP and the Western Conference MVP. And that is the end of the simulation. So very, very interesting. This was a 4-part simulation. Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys want to see me join up next. Who actually was on this roster for the final year? D'Angelo Russell's on this Dallas Mavericks team. You got GTA, Thomas Bryant. So they had a team that was definitely contending every single year. But I mean, you can't win it every single year. LaMelo Ball, MVP. Look at Luka and Jokić running the league. They won, I think it was, what, two, must being right, 2 NBA championships, and they lost 1. So 2 out of 4 ain't bad. Luka absolutely ran the league, as we know. Him and Jokić were just absolutely ridiculous. Just crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. It is pretty, you can see here, look at this, 28, 30, 30, 27, and if you want to go back and look at Luka, 30, 33, 33, 31, I think, what did Luka average 1 year? 38 this man averaged. That was his MVP year when they went back-to-back. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay blessed. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you in the next video on the channel.